Annette is going to be so gracious as to be our first speaker today as well. Annette has been in Toastmasters since 2005. In that time, she's achieved 2 of her Distinguished Toastmaster and is working now on her 3rd. Today, she is briefly going to go over the educational program and what is involved in achieving the highest Toastmaster educational award and how important it is to constantly keep working on our skills. She will be speaking from the Confident Communicator Manual, project number 7, which is Research Your Project, with the title Toastmaster Education Awards, a lifelong learning opportunity. Let's welcome Annette Manning.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. I'm going to start these at the front and ask that you will pass those around so that everyone gets one. If anybody's placed a recent order at the Toastmaster store, a lot of the times in the material you get back, you'll see one of these little cards that is just a great little reference for the communication track on one side and a leadership track on the other side. When I started out in Toastmasters back in 2005, coming up on 8 years now this year, I had no idea that it would be the leadership track that I would focus on. And some of the things that I'm going to be telling you today is, if you are interested in getting a Distinguished Toastmaster Award, what does it take? Do you have to do first communication and then the leadership? What exactly is involved in that? And why would you want to get that in the first place? Because a majority of Toastmasters don't. There are only a small percentage, I want to say 15% of people that go on to get their DTM award. When I started out, I certainly did not think I would be working on my 3rd one by now. But one of the things that I've learned over the years is that it is definitely a lifetime learning opportunity. You don't get to the end of the first one and say, okay, I'm done, and you're an expert. It's something that you are constantly working and striving to get a little bit better, And that's where the instant feedback of the Standard Toastmasters meeting is so wonderful, because you get that instant feedback, and hopefully from a variety of people. So let's just start out with the very first one, communication track. You're a confident communicator. That is the perfect manual for refreshing your skills. Feel like you're getting a little bit rusty, your club could use that extra boost of having an extra Confident Communicator Award. You need 4 of them over the Toastmaster year. That is perfect manual to do again and again. This is the 6th time I'm going through it right now, and every single time I go through it, somebody else will give me just a little bit more insight. Say, look at what you're doing here. Your pauses need to be a little bit more. Stop doing the run-on sentences like I like to do. Leadership, you'll get that at the same time. And that is one that, don't set that aside or don't put that off. Confident Leadership Manual is something that every time you go to a meeting, you can sign up for different roles. Because the majority of what it involves is just doing your standard roles. Be a Toastmaster, be an evaluator, be a timer. Then there's a couple of them that you have to go a little bit extra, but those ones are easy too. For instance, you have a membership campaign. Jump on board. Help run of the 3 membership campaigns we have over the year. Talk Up Toastmasters, Smedley Award. Lots of opportunities. If you have an open house, get on the chair to do that. Webmaster, you guys have got an amazing website. Offer to do some articles to help out the webmaster. So tons of opportunities to check off those little extra helping things. For instance, Bruce here has told me he's going to work on his high performance leadership program. One of the specific things in there is be on his committee. So there you have right here somebody in the club that you can help check off the box. And if you've already gone through it again, it is just like the Confident Communicator program. One of those things that, do it again. Your club can always use those extra 2 leadership awards to get their DCP points. And you are constantly finding wow, I didn't think about doing that role in that way. Going on to the next level, Advanced Communicator Bronze and Advanced Leadership Bronze. Now here's where the fun part, as far as the manuals, those advanced manuals, whatever your interest is. You like to tell funny stories, do the humorously speaking. You like to teach. One of my favorite ones is speaking to inform, because whatever your interest in. I like baking. I'll bring in cupcakes. I'll talk about the process of what does it take to decorate. What does it take to plan a party? Not to mention the fact that you bribe the audience. There's a better chance that we'll vote for you for best speaker if your club does that. But there's all sorts of things. You like training dogs. Bring your dog in and run it through some tricks. That's one of the club members that I saw do. You know, anything you're interested in. Or special occasions. There's always opportunities to say, look at this person. You know, yay, they got this award. Or giving an award. So there's all sorts of things, introducing a speaker, things that you do all the time anyway. That there's so many different ways that you can find that, oh, I don't know about doing that one. Now granted, some of them are a little bit tougher. Some of the ones about breaking down something into something a layman will understand. A couple of them have got the 45 minutes, you know, for a presentation. So you might want to skip those unless you are in a job that you could bring a Toastmaster along to. It doesn't have to be in the club. You can do these outside the club. You just have to have a Toastmaster there with their little evaluation form, checking it off. Then you get into the Advanced Communicator Gold, and we'll get Advanced Communicator Gold. Once again, another 10 speeches, doing the manuals that you like. Then you're getting on to the educational ones. Educational such as just the general things that a Toastmaster does. How do you create an introduction? How do you do a conclusion? What does it take to have a good club? And all of these are online for free. Click, click, click. You download them along with all of the slides, and you're good to go. So no having to put out a lot of money for extra manuals. Now, Advanced Leadership Silver, that's where you have to invest a little bit more time. Being a district officer, you have to be a district officer for 1 year in doing that. You don't think that you have time to get out and visit clubs all the time as an area governor? What about being something that takes a little less time, such as district secretary? Are you good with numbers? I know I'm not. I could never do this job in a million years. District treasurer. Now that is an intense job, but easy if you're good with numbers. So think about doing these things because it comes up right now. If all of you have got your accurate email address in the Toastmasters International system, you should have received in your email a call to nominations. So if you're just thinking about, well, I might be interested in that, here's your chance to jump on board and sign up. I saw that Bruce had just nominated Mark there for being an area governor. Now hopefully you read those directions and asked him first before you submitted his name versus being caught unaware. But like I said, lots of chances to do that. And in fact, being your coach right now, I am specifically doing that as part of an Advanced Leader Silver. Mentor, sponsor, or coach. I am here to coach you to being Distinguished Club, which is, it's easy to do if you're going through these manuals. So hopefully within the next year, I'll be throwing a party for you saying, you made it to a Distinguished Club. Madam Toastmaster. Mm-hmm.